OnePlus phones are shipping with Facebook services that can't be removed. Actually, I got a couple of emails about this from people that are like, you should be talking about this. It's some type of controversy going on. Does anybody like pre-installed apps? Can't we just install our own apps?
From scratch, you mean? Like if you could get like vanilla Android, like a Pixel phone.
No, obviously you need the utilities and things like this, and you can remove what you don't like. But I'm talking about a social media app or an entertainment app or a more frivolous app. Like, do you take your phone out of the box and, oh, great, Facebook's already there?
Ugh, that's the worst.
Do you see what I'm saying? So, or from the carrier is even worse.
Mm-hmm.
You see all the carrier apps that are in there, although they don't do that nearly as much. This is one of the areas where Apple has put their foot down and they control the experience because they have put their foot down. So we have some information here. You can delete the Facebook app. And to be clear, this is impacting the OnePlus 8, 8 Pro, and Nord. And OnePlus has confirmed it struck a deal to include the Facebook app installer, Facebook services, and Facebook app manager as system apps on its latest smartphones. Struck a deal. Facebook paid them.
Yeah.
Facebook paid them. It's the data. It's always the data, isn't it, Will? No matter what we do, it's the data. And for those that dispute it or you just got to pay attention because you're buying this hardware. Facebook doesn't make a phone. They don't care what hardware you're using. They're willing to pay OnePlus to get this pre-installation because they see the user base, they see the installed base, and they say, we see a bunch of data that we're going to turn into money. And the interesting part that you're going to discover in this particular article, this is 9 to 5 Google, by the way, is that you can remove the app, but you actually can't remove the backbone. So you can remove the Facebook app and Facebook app Messenger, but you can't remove the underlying services, the app installer, the app manager app. Those remained installed as system apps and cannot be removed. Now, these apps, I mean, we look at them, we're like, they're friendly. It's just a manager. It's just an app manager. It's just an app manager. But what was discovered in this particular article is it's still transacting data here and there. Little bit. Small little couple of packets. Well,
cash.
No big deal. Just a couple little packets. You won't even notice. Go about your day. Go buy your coffee. Go buy your bagel. Don't you worry, Willie do. We just need a little bit of data.
But what's this 134 kilobytes?
No. Don't look at that. It's nothing.
No? Are you sure?
I guarantee it.
Okay.
Don't worry about this app. And so people are a little upset. They're saying, look, I'm on, maybe, I don't know who the person is, but some people might be on some sort of Facebook boycott, or some people are really concerned about their privacy. And so they don't like this move. I can see it from the other side too, where I want to see a cheaper price on a OnePlus device. I want to see a cheaper price on any smartphone. And if their cost could be subsidized by striking a deal with Facebook, you may be benefiting on the bottom line when you go to buy the thing. It may have been $50 more or whatever this integration is worth on a per device basis. So you do benefit a little bit. The question is, I mean, it's going to come to a point where we really have to decide what our data is worth to us. And when we submit it to these various enormous companies, we're going to have to do the math on whether or not the service is worthwhile in exchange for that data once we start to treat it more like a currency.
Right.
Or whether or not we want a cheaper price. We've seen versions of this, like when Amazon put out certain hardware, they would do the data collector at a different price, and then the more vanilla version, you would pay more. Imagine a future in which those that choose to protect their data pay tremendous premiums on their goods, and those that don't elect to protect their data get the best deals around.
Right.
Could create a really interesting environment.
Yep.
Not an impossible future, although it seems hard to imagine that we can truly protect our data.